I will conduct an interview with a person that ages 20 to 25. So actually, I have already found the person that I want to take an interview with, but hopefully he will agree to borrow his time to join me in an interview. So let's go. Ayo. So good morning, sir. Is it okay to have an interview with you? Thank you. I introduce myself. I am RJ Kulanan, and I am from Liloan, Santander, Cebu, and I am currently studying at Negros Oriental State University. The person beside me is my cousin, and even though we're cousins, I respectfully ask his permission because as a college student, he has also some things to do after this interview. So, sir, kindly introduce yourself.
So I am Colonel John J. A delegate student from Cebu Technological University, Argao campus.
So, I have a question for you, sir. So, what made you want to take this interview?
So the reason why I partake in this interview is because I want to share my learning experience there in Cebu Technological University, Argao campus to everyone.
Thank you for that wonderful answer, sir.
Yes.
So, as you said earlier, you're a student of Cebu Technological University, Argao campus. So, as a student and as a part of this generation, what's one important thing that a person or a student should possess today?
So, as a student from Cebu Technological University, Argao campus, and also as a person, this generation students would love to possess integrity. Integrity is, or honesty is a word of itself that describes our personality, and also with integrity, we can be trustworthy to among all others.
So I have a question. Do you have integrity in yourself as well as to other person?
Yes, because based on my experience, I do actually do my best to have an honesty towards others, because if I don't have integrity, they will lose a trust about me.
Yes, because integrity is very important, especially to us as a student, and especially in officer ganito sa eskwelahan and treasurer ta, and then kailangan natin integrity because if we lose integrity on ourselves, the people around us will not trust us.
Yeah, anymore.
Yes, that's correct. So, I have a question for you, sir. Interview questions.
Yes.
So, as a student, what kind of education do you experience in this generation?
So as a student in this generation, actually, students always relies on Google, actually, and also to the artificial intelligence or AI, because AI always seeks the answers without knowing the source that where did they get the source kung asa na siya gikan. Ilabi na karon ug magbutang ra ka questions gani sa AI, ang AI na mismo ang motubag.
Yes, that's correct. And also, makita po nato sa Wikipedia or Wikipedia ba na, like, pwede gani ma-edit ang sources.
Yeah, muna nga
Yes.
dili ko mosalig ko sa AI.
Yes, that's correct. So my second question is that we know that technology is arising nowadays, and students uses technology every day, and we see also some teenagers or some parents also nga mogamit og technology every day, murag 24 hours, 24/7 sila mogamit og technology. So for you, sir, what are the advantages and disadvantages of technology in education, and how it impacted your learning experiences in life?
So, daghan na siya ang benefits actually ang technology of sa bad pod.
Yes.
So, the good advantages in technology is that technology makes our life easier. Kabalong siya to dahil ilabi na karon na science. Actually, like for example, ikapoy na malaban ng machine. And also, ang bad lang jud ang advantages is that if ma-addict gani ka sa usa ka technology, who knows what will happen to you? Maybe nga ang makuha siya ang knowledge, ilabi na nga kay magamit ang AI. Ilabi samot na ana nga ang AI na mismo ang mo conquer gani sa ato ang society karon. And also, it impacted me kay based akong gilantaw na movie which is Social Dilemma. Social Dilemma is all about technology. So, kana siya nga pagka-movie kay daghan jud siya og benefits like sa kung diin ganyan nga kuan nga ang technology kay mo make sa ato ang life easier and also ang nakaapan na jud ana kay naa jud siya opposite nga outcomes. So yung opposite nga outcomes kay once nga ma-overrule ta sa ato nga technology, ang technology mismo mo kuan nato mo underdown.
Yes, that's correct because as what seen also in this generation, other children that ages 3 to 5 years old
Nakagamit ng
gamit ng
technology.
technology, and then mo na siya naka-disadvantages sa technology because in education also naka-disadvantages some. Just like what you said earlier, no, ang technology kay na dyan siya benefits sa education and advantages sa education because it can help students, no, to search some information, especially if their teacher give them an assignments or projects, no, that and while the disadvantages also of technology in education is that some people abuse it, and then wala na sila kabalo kung unsay mga limitations kanya nila, no, ingana jud na ang so so my third question is that can you share some challenges that you face as a student and how did you overcome them?
So, ang ako nga na-experience gani is like, whenever nga mag-listen ko sa ako ang mga recent nga activities, labi na karon mugamit ko og technology para lang nga masolve ang ako ang nga problema. And also as well, di na kay ko mugamit og books gani. But akong teacher, gi-advise ko nga, try og kanang research sa books kay labi na ang books kay dako jud na siya og mas dako siya og mga recent informations compared to technology. Kay ang technology minsan if ever like sa Wikipedia nga giingon ganyan sa ako ang interviewee kay usbon jud na mga infos ana. So ni jud lang jud nga ako nga pag the way nga isolve ang akong problem is akong gi-apply ang gi-advise sa ako nga teacher para lang nga ma-overcome na ko ang ako ang problem na sa akong pag-eskwela.
Yes, that's correct because especially, no, mga student ga boarding house na jud ta, so we are far away from our parents, so we can seek help to them kay lahi ra man gud nang mag-contact ta sa personal and then
Compare
sa
social
yes, sa social sa
media.
personal sa social media. So so they say that ang kung din ang teachers mo atong second parent. So that's why, as what you've said, that's correct na magkuan ta seek ta nilang help if we are if we are kanang natin mga challenges sa atong pag-eskwela, no, kay dili ra man kun na sila teacher ra gyud na sila nga matudlo. They also teach us nga how to overcome some challenges because kabalo ko nga naagian ko na nila ang mga challenges nga nasinati nato. So maka-advise yun na sila tarong sa ato as a student because kanang as a college student also there are many pressures, especially to our parents na mga pressure na kailangan ingana nga makahuman kay ingana, so ingana, no, so mo set jud tag-help sa atong teacher. So kuan sir, that's all for my interview. Thank you kay sir because I learned some kanang information nga nahitabo sa Cebu Technological University as a student because lahi man gud ang even though student ta pero lahi man gud ang naagian nato lahi ang naagian nato sa university ko ka ako nurse, so lahi ta. So thank you for your time sir. I know nga napad jud kay bulato na nay, so thank you kayo sa pagkuan sa imong time. Thank you kay sir.
Thank you.
Conduct an interview of a person who ages 50 and above, and I hope she will agree to have an interview with me. So let's go. Is it okay to have an interview with you right now?
Good afternoon. And yes, it's okay.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am.
I can get inside.
Introduce myself, ma'am. I am RJ Jupalanan, and I am from Liloan, Santander, Cebu, and I am currently studying at Negros Oriental State University. So, kindly please introduce yourself, ma'am.
I am Angeles Ebesidenia. I am from Liloan, Santander City.
So, Mrs. Angeles Bisabella was my teacher in elementary, and I want her to interview because I know that she has the knowledge, and I know that he can share his experience of learner and experience of learning and kind of education that he experiences back in her generation. So question, ma'am, is that what made you want to take this interview?
I want to take this interview because I want also to share my knowledge when I was studying, so what experience I have, I can share it to you.
Thank you, ma'am. So, as a teacher, ma'am, what are the values that you learned back in your generation?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
When I was, what for example, when I was in college or
Yes.
high school,
Depende rin yun, ma'am. Kung ano saan ang mga katulang mga values.
okay, the value of hard work because I really tried my best to get that best before. But when I was studying in college, I had a difficulty in the first 2 years because I stopped schooling for almost 5 years, and it's hard for me to gain back my interest in studying because of the long span of years when I stopped. So I had a difficulty for first 2 years of my studying in college. But later on, when I was in third year and fourth year, I realized that I am already in the almost kind of getting to the to to finish my studies. So that's the time that work hard, I studied hard, and that's why I get goodness for that third year and fourth year.
So, lisod dyan siya, ma'am, kay 5 years ka ni-stop. And then, please.
It's really difficult because you know kana kuan dito na murag na tayan gyud ato utot
Yes.
kana
Ano
kana
dyan?
understand
Ano dyan?
na yes that was a kanang that is why when I was in first and second year college kanang my grades are not so good because of some adjustments to understanding the lesson and no because of that long span of years of stopping.
Is it okay, ma'am,
Yes.
if I ask you that what is the reason why you stopped?
Okay, I stopped studying because my parents cannot afford to send us studies, especially we are two on that time, two in college. So, well, the two of us are in college, so that is why my parents told me to stop first because my elder sister will be having to finish first her studies before.
Thank you for that emotional answer. So my question now is that in your generation, what are your experiences of learning, and what kind of education do you experience before in your generation?
So, started from elementary, when I was in elementary, because we do not have kind of electricity, so we started using, at night we started using kind of mga lamp din until mga, I forgot whether the whole of my elementary years, there is no electricity, but it's hard for us to study because there is no electricity during that time. But later on, there was electricity. This is different for our experience from before and today is different, no? Kay before we didn't have television, wala jud kay kanang wala kay mga disturbance in our studies.
Munang masulod dun sa auto ka.
Then kanang sa to ano. And but when I was in high school, I am not that kind. I am not the type na I always study. Oh, I'm not a studious type because for me it's not kanang murag dito ko ganahan o kanang situon. When I was in college, when kanang our teacher gave us a test, when I was studying, medyo ko sayo naman ayaw dito. And then the next time I studied harder, and that's it. I got good grades for that. So but I believe in my capacity. I know that I'm not I know that there's some I know that I'm kanang intelligent in kuan. But I am not a studious type of person again. But when I can study, I really got good scores with good grades.
Ako ba nagod nun kay if kanang dili kay sila tig study ka high school pa din madala nila ili ka college, so mo mapigtaran ang ilang grado mo pud akong nabantayan sa uban ron ba. So if magalit mo gud ka na ko ron ka na. Kailangan ka mag-hard na di kay hard work na na.
Oo.
Kay lisod ba ang panahon ron, especially if you have kinang financial problems.
I'm just lucky because I had a friend before na, and she's very studious, and every time our dean, our teacher told us to do that, she already, she went already, sa tawanan, she go to the library down, and I also followed her. So that is why during the examination of our event, almost pareho din of scores ang mga kuan. But she said, I think she is not also a kanang an intelligent kind of person, but she kanang mga bag naning kay siya ba. When I was in college, kanang when we were graduating, we were chosen as we were nominees for kuan best student teacher. The two of us, she was, or she was the person I was influenced by her because of her kuan with her dedication and being studious. The two of us were nominees for best student teacher in our kining story, in our major. But unfortunately, I was not able. I was not that one was chosen because even me, I did not vote for myself. I vote for her.
Kaya na-influence ka na ba? Ang iyong mga kuan lang, yung mga answer kay something like more that makarelate sa younger generations na lessons or values that you learned before that until now you share it to your students.
The lesson that I learned. I always told even my weekly papers, I always told them that poverty is not the entrance for success. If your parents can afford to send you to school, you're going to look for ways.
Pwede mo good malikayan ang financial problem.
It's also different because in my case, when I was studying, life is a little fun with my family. On the other members of the family, the experience what they experience. I told my sister before na, sige tayo, balang ikaw, part-time ka dito sa Carlos, kay, sir, niya, tindog, kapoy kayo na, but I don't expect this. Standing din, kuhan ka ayaw, during vacation also I work. Then, when I'm about to graduate, I cannot forget. I didn't have new dress. I didn't have new shoes. Because my sister buy it for me. I was very happy because I can graduate. I cannot forget. My sister just lend her dress for me. And that this is not fit in my body, so it's like that. Hindi mo sa kahit ko sa mga kid. Ay, masyal ka. They book me anxious. They also, ang pagsapatos, maglabirabi daw. Pasyaningan ako. No new dress, no shoes, no graduation. I was very happy for that.
Pero mga napay daw ka pag mga
Yes.
na. Kung kay mga anak na napay trabaho ka.
I graduated in college when I was 26 years old because I stopped school for almost 5 years. So I graduated late already, but I'm thankful to God. I was thankful to God because after graduation, I had to work immediately in the month of June. And I transferred there, so no months na they can put forward after my graduation. I was thankful to God for that because maybe if you are a good person, that I believe. If you work hard, that is achieve. But kasi like, pag-graduate ako, start ko business na bulan. I was teaching the private school for 2 years. In the second year, I became teacher in charge in the private school and I transferred there mga May. By June, I'm already here. I was already here in Santander. So, wala na dyan kasi yung mga sabi ko kung graduate. Sabi ko nang graduate. Jud ko pa. Wala tang kabulan ng duha nga may trabaho. One thing I can advise to you is kana be good when you're working with music. Do your work, be committed to your I am teaching them, but I went to meet every day. I came home 6 o'clock kaping because I for the develop for the sometimes is not that is my dedication. Get that. But holy sir, you are a patient fighter. Ngayon, naging sana pa ikaw pwede mo mamatay na siya from Silima to Teacher Foundation pag-retire na Silima. I cannot forget that comment. I work for, ngayon siya na. Kaya sige mo siya mapaan na. Ganang na-joke ko mga isa na. Ako gana sa major. Sa studies na mo. Study na isa ka country. Kung hindi mo papel, ano naman. Kung anong papel about a particular country. So, mana nga nakuhaan dyan ko sa kuhaan sa una ni. Una dyan ko niya nga. Yes, you are an efficient writer. I forgot the comment. Even if I am ka na, you work na, especially sa minister. Nagagdan mo kuhaan ako. Kahit sa kuhaan na, kuhaan na. Ngayon, kuhaan na, nakita ka na sa kuhaan sa mga kanabita organization sa essay. Agad ko ano siya masali ko anak mo lang ko siya minas na ako ba may story ko minas lang makailan din po na sa appreciation na okay all that for my matter sa mga university
So, kung ano na oras to no, thank you kay ma'am kanang naka-learn ko kay based on what you said ma'am, poverty is not an to success, especially na especially ang generation karon, especially sa akong kagalingan nga magkanang naga na financial problems pa. Na mga financial problems sa mga radyo na kay makahuman na jud kay ang giingon jud papa na ko nangin tuman jud mga pamanon jud nag-eskwela balag magkinasa.
Wala mo siya kung kabalo kung bayad ka daw. Kabalo ko pero meron na ka pero tama ka.
Thank you guys. Tatay mo mga alam mo mga answer kay nakakuan jud na catch ko balik. Thank you kayo ma'am. Is very emotional because Mrs. Busabilia shares her experiences of learning, the kind of education she experiences in her generation, and not just that, but she also shares her life experiences when she was in elementary, high school, and college. So for me, I must do the best in class because I know that my parents have trust in me that I will finish my studies, and I know that they work very hard to send me in school. And as what Mrs. Isabella said earlier, poverty is not a hindrance to success, and it's true because I have faced many challenges in life, but it didn't make me give up because I know that I have a strong foundation, which is my family, friends, and relatives. They always motivate me to be good in class, to do well in class, and also I know that God always provides me of what are my needs and also guides me throughout my life. That's all. Today, I will conduct an interview of a student of the yesteryears. I want to interview her because I know that she can share her knowledge about her experiences of learning and the kind of education back in her generation. Good morning, ma'am. Is it okay to have an interview with you? So thank you for that, ma'am. So to formally introduce myself, I am Ara Jane Jicolanag. I am from Liloan, Santander, Cebu, and I'm currently studying at Negros Oriental State University. So can you please introduce yourself?
or si Dilonta?
Okay, thank you. So, my first question is that why do you want to take this interview, ma'am?
Aron makatabang ko sa estudyante na naaani nga project. Katabang ko niya.
So, thank you for that, ma'am, for your willingness to take this interview with me. So, my second question, ma'am, is that what are the values that you learned before in your generation, back in your generation?
Hard work. Hard work. Sunod. Nagako na ko. Kana antay. Kana pagpaningkamot ra jud ko. Pagpaningkamot ra jud sa akong kaugalingon para ma-achieve nako. Sa ako pa ma-achieve nako ang akong pag-eskwela. Ako man ko. Oh, at least nakahuman ko bisag ay undergraduate man ko. So, wala na hard work. Paningkamot.
Thank you for that. So, my third question is that in your generation, what are your experiences of learning and what kind of education do you experience before in your generation? What in your generation, what are your experiences of learning? What kind of education do you experience before in your generation?
Sa aming panahon, kung ano man, lahi yun sa inyo kayo, wala ka mga gadget sa una. So, ang among mga assignments ko, buhat na dun sa aming kaugalingon, mga books, para maka-answer sa among mga assignments. Sa aming panahon, hindi naman may lang parilya na naanan dyan may electricity. So, kanara ang mga dili parehas sa karon nga halos gadgets na jud tanan ang ginagamit ninyo sa mga knowledges na. So, amo asa una, amo ra jud kaugalingon lagi dili ko mahimo. Para ra jud na nami mga assignments makatubag ni dili ko may anang mga groups. Amo ra jud kaugalingon. Amo ang pagpanitan.
So thank you for that information, ma'am. This would serve as a lesson also to us in this generation because today technologies is arising also. So other people also is addicted to them and abuse the use of it. So thank you for your time, ma'am. Thank you for allocating your time in my interview.
Salamat po dahil.